Prime Minister Rama attended a bilateral meeting between the governments of Albania and Kosovo, addressing the decision taken by Pristina to increase tariffs on goods originating from Serbia. Tirana's Mayor Arion Beliaj spoke to residents affected by the Outer Ring Road project, urging them to take advantage of social housing in Shkoza while promoting the benefits of the 3 years rental assistance. Following heavy rain, the banks of the Seman River were covered by urban waste caused by an increase in river flow, while the city of Durrës has experienced significant flooding. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Monday the 26th of November 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. The Prime Minister of Albania, Rama, has issued statements regarding the implementation of a 100% tariff by Kosovo on goods originating from Serbia, calling it a move that addresses the hypocrisy of Serbia in their approach to Kosovo. The governments of Kosovo and Albania met in Peja, from where Rama said that this move was not an economic policy, but a pursuit by the Kosovar authorities. Delivering his words with a harsh tone, Rama also exposed a conversation between himself and the Minister of Social Affairs of Kosovo. He exposed that Serbia tried to convince European Union representatives to remove any reference to the Republic of Kosovo from their speeches. Ensuring his surprise was accurately reflected, the Prime Minister used an expletive English phrase to respond by saying, "What the bleep?" The head of the government also expressed criticism towards the European Union about the approach it has taken in regards to Albania, Kosovo and Serbia. Rama stuck to his position throughout the entire media conference. Meanwhile, Kosovo Prime Minister Haradinaj reissued statements that the borders were set with blood and cannot be altered. The government meeting began with a formal ceremony where, in parallel with the performance of the national anthems, a group of people protested with banners which read "Gruevski helped, Zeka betrayed." As employees of the Albanian Road Authority are being challenged by residents of the Astir area, the municipal police escorted them today whilst they removed street lighting from affected areas. Meanwhile, the Albanian Road Authority informed that a working group consisting of members from their own institution, the municipality of Tirana and Aloisni, are in the territory to carry out measurements on the properties of residents who have filed their property documentation and have requested to proceed with the expropriation procedures. However, there still remains a group of people who did not allow these working groups to enter. The Albanian Road Authority states that these residents are not related to objects which are being verified. Other residents of the Astir area which are not related to the objects that are being verified have violated the engineers in the exercise of duty during the work in the territory. They have violated private property on different segments of the Outer Ring project with the ownership documentation that has been presented and ready to be validated in function of expropriation. This group of citizens moves along different segments of the Outer Ring project, preventing engineers from performing their duties despite having no connection with the facilities being verified by the Albanian Road Authority. In this form, these individuals are denying the rights of legitimate owners for the process of verifying their properties, informed the Albanian Road Authority. Albanian Road Authority engineers are continuing the verification process on the ground, accompanied by state police employees. Two options are being offered by the municipality of Tirana for residents affected by the Outer Ring project who have no documents, those being the receipt of rental assistance for a period of 3 years or social housing. To inspect the conditions offered through social housing, Mayor Arion Beliaj was in Shkoza today and appealed to families to apply at the administrative units to receive their benefits. The apartments have been made ready in record time. They come furnished with all appliances from fridges to TVs so that every family has what it needs. What I have seen is that the conditions in these residences are in fact several times better than the homes these families will leave behind, which are without ownership documents anyway. Initially, this is reserved for all the families that have applied to the municipality of Tirana and have no documents, while others can take advantage of expropriation compensation. My invitation is for all those eligible to apply for social housing in their relative administrative unit, added Beliaj. The mayor did not miss the opportunity to comment on the opposition, which has emerged in support of the residents of Astir, asking the residents to distance themselves from being used politically. The municipality of Tirana is here to regulate the affairs of residents, not political party affairs. For those MPs who park their Range Rover to pursue their hobby of encouraging disruptive behaviour in protests, I think that the outcome is clear, said Erion Veliai. Until now, 15 families have applied for social housing and, according to Veliai, they will be the first to be settled in Shkoza. The Independent Qualification Commission has decided to dismiss Artur Selmani from the General Prosecution. During the review of his file, the Classified Information Security Directorate has found that Selmani has profited $10,000, supposedly from sports betting, which has raised doubts about his integrity. At the previous session, he said that for 10 years he did not bet on sports, while he presented a number of decisions that, according to him, testified to his ability as a professional. However, these arguments were not taken into account. The Independent Qualification Commission also decided to dismiss the judge from Shkodra's Court of Appeal, Luan Dervishi. Dervishi stated that he did not wait for the decision and that he does not agree with it. Luan Dervishi was a candidate for the High Judicial Council. According to the files of the Classified Information Security Directorate, verifications into the Shkodran judge resulted in concerns regarding his wealth. The ballot to select the members of the Council of Appointments in Justice will be drawn by the Parliament of Albania. For the second year, the Presidency and the Assembly interpreted the procedures to be followed differently, thus representing President Ilir Meta's refusal to throw the ballot away. Through a letter addressed to the Assembly, Ilir Meta explains that there is a legal vacuum for this procedure. Sources say he sought to change the law for justice system organs, which outlines the conditions for the ballot. What the law says in point 3 of Article 221, to which the President refers, is that candidates who meet the requirements to be part of the Council of Appointments in Justice then have to be approved by the President, the Constitutional Court, the High Council of Prosecutors and the High Judicial Council. From this reasoning, the President refuses to cast ballots and seeks a change in the law. From the other side, the Parliament interprets that the Constitution, which in Article 149d.3 states that the Council of Appointments in Justice consists of 9 members of the judges and prosecutors against whom no disciplinary measures have been issued. Until the High Prosecution and the High Judicial Council are established, their duties are limited to the actual organs, the Prosecution Council and the High Council of Justice. The dates set for the President to cast the ballots are the 1st to the 5th of December. After that, the ballot must be drawn by the Assembly no later than December 10th. The mandate for members of the Council of Appointments in Justice is 1 year, beginning on the 1st of January of each year. The Council of Appointments in Justice is the key body for the election of Constitutional Court judges and the High Inspector of Justice. Waste has covered the coast at the estuary of the Seman River in fear following the intense rainfall that engulfed the country over the past few days. Plastics and other materials, even dangerous waste, have washed ashore from the sea after the river saw a large intake of additional sea flow. The situation is alarming but common at this time in all the estuaries of rivers, as after the rain it can often be observed that the urban waste thrown into them washes ashore. Fier is now flooded by waste, whereas Durrës is suffering from floods from the rain, as always. Water on the road reached a few centimetres and, as a result, both people and vehicles had difficulties in travelling. The most problematic situation was on the beach road, Talantia Promenade, although many other areas were also affected. Floods on the street of Durrës show up whenever there is heavy rainfall, since the sewers do not withstand the removal of water. A sailboat also sank overnight at Himara Harbour, from where it had remained anchored since the close of the tourist season. It has been learned that because of the bad weather, the cords that kept the boat anchored had broken, causing the boat to become half submerged in the water. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join us again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.